someone gave me some beef nut to try. And I thought I'd let you try it with me, because that's what I do, right? So it's for people who are gluten-free, which celiac disease is a real thing. However, I think that more people are gluten-free than actually have celiac disease, if that makes sense. I think it's the additives in the gluten, in the wheat, not the actual gluten, that causes people distress. But distress is distress, regardless, right? So I'm really big at making seitan. But to make seitan, you have to use vital wheat gluten. So if you are one of those people who just can't tolerate the gluten, this might be for you. So it's soy, basically, that's it. And I know soy gets a bad rap, but please, 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 please do your research on that. Check out nutritionfacts.org with Dr. Greger, and he'll give you the real truth, the medical research on soy. It doesn't help, it doesn't hurt women. It doesn't cause all the problems that we've been led to believe that it does for women and breast cancer, specifically breast health. And it's a whole lot better than dairy. If you're trying to choose a milk alternative, dairy is loaded with hormones, and soy just does not affect those hormones. It's actually been tested and proven to deter breast cancer, not enhance it like they used to tell us back in the olden days. So anyway, this product is basically soy flour, and that's the only ingredient listed, okay, and caramel coloring. And I'm assuming there's water in there to bind it, because it wouldn't work without it, but they dehydrate that water out, so they don't list it as the ingredient. But anyway, you bring the bag up a little closer. You can see lots of protein, no sugar, it's vegan, it's gluten-free. So there you go. Now this is the strips version, and it does come in a crumble as well. And you must, it's completely dehydrated, just like the soy curls, but it kind of has a beef look and texture about it. And if you've done soy curls, to me, soy curls remind me of chicken strips. And so this is the beef alternative. Basically, it's got to be the same, right? So what you do is you rehydrate that. And I'll give you a little disclaimer here. You have to use really hot water to do that, because I tried to do it like I do my soy curls, where I just, put water in it and sit it on the counter. That didn't work. It has to have that real hot water to do it, okay? So you can put it in the microwave to do that. Microwave your product with the water in there, and that will help you to reconstitute it. And this is basically what it looks like. And it looks like a chipped beef. Look at the texture of that. Kind of has a flavor. To me, I tell people this all the time, meat really doesn't have a flavor. It's flavored by whatever spices you put in it, right? So this is going to be the same thing. It kind of tastes like beef to me, but I know it's just soy, so it's probably just in my mind. So you're going to want to add your seasoning to it, right? To me, when I'm making something that I want to resemble a beefy flavor and look, these are my go-tos. And it just works for me. I always do balsamic vinegar and soy sauce, always. And to me, that gives it just a beefy flavor. And then I'm going to add some garlic, and I'm not adding any salt. Of course, my soy sauce has salt in it. I do reduce salt. So what I've got here in this pan is just some onions and peppers. And I'm just, steaming them. I've got the lid on there to steam in its own juices. And I've just done these little baby peppers. And I'm just going to add those right in there. After I throw my lid around, And you can see it's pretty much taken up most of the water that I put in there to rehydrate it. So I'm gonna, I don't measure. That's one of my things is I just don't measure. So I'm just gonna put some of that in there to just coat it really good. And I'd say that's probably about a 1/4 cup. Same with my soy sauce, probably 2 tablespoons maybe. Maybe more, don't know, don't care. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of my garlic. And I'm just going to let that simmer, and I'm going to bring the camera up real close for you so you can see, okay? Sorry for the jumblings. And I'm going to let you see it real close because I want you to see the texture of that. It looks like chipped beef. It truly, truly does. So, we want to trick our senses. If it looks like something and kind of, has the texture of something, it's a lot easier to fool your taste buds. And not that we need that flavor of meat, but if you're making something for someone who's just starting out, plant-based or vegan, sometimes you need that little bit of transition. And then I'm just going to put this over some rice that I made yesterday. And that's going to be my meal. And if I have to add a little more soy to add liquid to the rice, then I will. Sometimes just steaming it really good. It'll moisture it. And if you're using, fresh rice, then by all means, you could put that over noodles. You could use those strips in fajitas. You could get the crumble and make it in tacos, in spaghetti, in shepherd's pie. Any of those would work really well. So so far, I like the flavor of it. I like the texture. I want to taste it with my seasonings on there. So far, I'm a fan. Okay? So, Dixie Diners Club. That's your name brand. And then Beef Knot. And you can find that on Amazon. I'll try to make a link for you. Cross fingers. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoy these videos. I don't make them often enough. Struggling through my own drama. Have a good day, guys.